excited to have my wonderful assistant Jocelyn here from Redwood. Alicia from Union City. And my neighbor Emily from Pleasanton. That's great. Are you ready to get spiced up, ladies? All right, let's get started. Okay. So, the first thing that we want to do is we want to hand out the recipes. Now, first of all, please do not freak out or have a conniption. This is not going to be super hot that makes you sick. All right? We're just going to be introducing a little bit of spice to all of you. And then if we can get some of the volunteers to hand out recipes to everybody, that would be great. Okay. Here you go, Alicia. Okay. So the first recipe that I want to share with all of you is about chili. Now, if you are veg and you've been veg for a long time, we all love chili, right? Right? So, my recipe sheet has a mistake. It says 5 chili. But you know what? We're going to do 6 chili. What do you think about that, everybody? How many of you are freaking out right at this moment?
No. I think everyone is excited. Are we excited?
We're excited, right? Okay. All right. This is so easy. This is super easy, everybody. And so, I'm hoping this burner works. Arlen, we want to make sure this burner is on. Can somebody make sure this burner is on? Okay, let's see. You want to make sure? All right. It's getting hot? Okay, wonderful. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to put in our chili, tomatoes. Woohoo! We're going to put in some wonderful tomatoes. And if you want to, everybody, you can buy canned diced tomatoes, but we don't want to do that. The next thing that we're going to do, we only have 2 things coming from a can for this recipe, and we're going to put in some organic tomato sauce and our first chili, which is the very mild green chili. So Emily, go ahead and open these up and put those in there for me, please. Thank you. Here you go. Go, Emily. All right. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to put our beans in. Now, I'm not a one bean type of woman. I like a lot of different types of beans. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in some black beans. Yes, I love it when people cheer for beans. Thank you so much. Some pinto beans. Oh my God, and get ready for the iron-rich kidney beans. Woohoo! Yes, oh my God, this is very exciting, isn't it, Alicia? Yes. All right, so we've got these 3 wonderful beans in here, and if you pressure cook your beans, that's great. If not, use canned beans, but make sure that you rinse them off. Okay, come on, Emily, we need you to get this going. Okay, I'll do it. All right. Okay, Alicia will do it. All right. Thank you. And next, we are going to use our food processor. So how many of you have a food processor? Okay, no, go ahead. How many of you have a food processor? Okay. So we are going to use the food processor, and what we're going to do in the food processor is we're going to put our chopped vegetables. Now, if you don't have a food processor, you can just do it with diced vegetables, but we want to create a more meaty type of consistency. So let's open up the food processor, the lid, all right? And I'm just going to hand it to you, and you just put it in there, Emily, okay? So we're using bell peppers, and bell peppers, by the way, have more vitamin C than an orange. That's right. So we're putting them in there. Okay. And you can use whatever color turns you on. I like it all. I'm a rainbow lover. I love rainbow. So I'm doing rainbow colors. All right. And next, we've got some zucchini and some carrot. Now, the reason why carnivores love chili so much is because a lot of times chili has meat in it. But we are trying to replicate the flesh with zucchini and the gristle of meat with carrot. So believe me, this will work. All right, so we're going to stick that in there. All right, wonderful. All right, and this is going to be our first processing. Look at this. See how we're processing it, everybody? And we're breaking it down into tiny little bits. And this is going to cook fast and create a nice meaty consistency. Hold that, please. Remember the lid's on top. All right, I'm going to turn this here. We're going to stick that in. Ooh, I know I lost the blade. I know, this is very exciting. I actually get excited when I'm cooking food. And let me tell you, if your food doesn't make you excited, then, you know, you're missing out. That's right. That's missing out. And I like to use the word sexy because when food is sexy, it is attractive. It is alluring, right? It's attractive and it's alluring and it's desirable. And I desire this kind of food. Next, the member of the allium family, onions every single day. Onions are part of G-bombs, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. So we want to sulfonide it up because the sulfonides in onions help to inhibit angiogenesis, which we all know is the proliferation of cells, also known as metastasis. So get that onion in you every single day, right, Emily?
Yep.
That's right. And you can just see me putting tons of garlic in there too, right? Right? And garlic is a good thing, right, Alicia?
Yes.
That's right. Oh my gosh. That's right. That's right. Okay. And go ahead and process it. That's right. And we're turning this up on high so it's getting hot. Perfect. Now we're ready for another chili. The jalapeno. Now, the jalapeno is low on the Scoville scale. And you've all heard about Scoville units and heat when it comes to chili. It's measure of capsaicin. So when he originally came out with the Scoville scale, he had 100 people in a room testing how hot it was. And so he was just getting, qualitative data. But then they started testing it scientifically for actual quantitative data. So jalapenos are really mild. And what is great about capsaicin, which comes in all chilies, is it helps to decrease inflammation, right? So that's why we want it. So the best way for this is just to cut off the end of the chili, and I like to cut off the little butt of the chili. This is always going to be the hottest part of the chili, the little butt on the end. Some people think the butt's on top, but the butt's on the bottom, right? It is. All right? And then we're just going to cut here like this. And when you cut like this, you're able to do it without getting the seed or the membrane. And that's what we want to do. And so we're going to put that in there. And let's go ahead and we'll process that. And Alicia's cutting up a little bit more. And then we're going to add some more wonderful chilies. And the next chili, since you asked, that we are going to put in is the wonderful, beautiful hatch chili. Hatch chili, hatch chili. All right. Now, you can buy these frozen at Trader Joe's, all right? Or if you don't want to buy the chilies, what you can do is you can buy the Hatch Valley salsa and put it in. So this is going to make such a wonderful, delicious contribution to our chili. All right, let's stick it on in there. Now these pieces are a little big, so let's get that cut up. All right, and Alicia, let's put that back in the bag. And this is great. You can cut it into chunks and then just go ahead and put it back in the freezer. And let's go and put it back in here, Emily. Wonderful. And we're going to give it a nice stir. But you know what? We still have more chilies to go in there, girl. We still got more chilies. We're going to put our kidney beans in. All right. Okay. And before we put the lid on it, we're going to put in some chili powder. Now, chili powder is comprised of chili, paprika, cumin, black pepper, and sometimes a little bit of salt. So this is not hot. Chili powder is not hot. We're talking about the traditional chili powder. So we're going to put in 2.5 tablespoons of this. Don't worry, everybody. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. All right? Okay? And you know what? Don't you ever go to Chipotle?
Yes.
Yeah, don't you love it? Well, you know what Chipotles are, right?
What?
They're roasted jalapenos. Yes, thank you for asking. Yeah, they're roasted jalapenos. So we're going to put a little bit of chipotle pepper in there. Now, some people don't like the smoky flavor. One of my friends from Israel said, "You Americans like smokiness." And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I like that. I like smokiness. So that's another chili. Then we're going to put very low on the Scoville scale, some cayenne in there too. Just about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Don't worry. Don't get nervous, everybody. It's okay. All right, we're just going to put that in there, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then another one of the chilies that we're going to put in that I absolutely love are the wonderful just crushed chili or the red chili flakes. This is for more than just pizza, everybody. This is for more than just pizza. And Alicia, do you know why I love chili so much and spice? Because the more spices you use, the less salt you consume. Everybody get that? All right? The more spices and the more flavorful you can make your food, the less salt that you consume. Because too much salt is the number one cause of high blood pressure, and high blood pressure is the number one cause of stroke. So you can build flavor with spices and herbs instead of taking the salt shaker and just going blah, 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 blah on top of it all the time. So look at this beautiful meaty type chili. Look at this, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Who needs ground animal flesh? I mean, look at this. This looks all nice and meaty, and the mouthfeel, you're going to have a mouthfeel that's going to blow your mouth out of the water. All right? Right, Emily?
Yeah.
They're going to really dig it, okay? And, all right. And by the way, I'm so happy that Emily's here. She's only 18 years old and started to explore the veg diet when she was in 8th grade. Isn't that great? Let's give it for Emily. That's right. Okay, and so we're just going to let this cook for a while, and then every now and then we're going to give it a stir. Now notice, everybody, I put the lid on. And people say to me, "Lisa, there's not going to be enough liquid in the chili." What are vegetables made out of? They're made out of water, right? So we want the water from the vegetables to go into our chili and to flavor our chili. And if we leave the lid off, all those beautiful, wonderful aromatic flavors are going to escape in the steam. So we're leaving the lid on, and then in 20 minutes, we're going to be able to add the corn, and it's going to be fantastic. But let's talk about drinks. Right? Don't you like to sometimes go out and have a drink, Alicia?
Yeah,
right?
we do it.
Well, wouldn't you like the idea of like having a drink that kind of decreased a little bit of inflammation in your body?
I would love to.
You love that? Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. And so, all right. Right, yes, that's right. Now, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to wash this out and dry it really well, and the lid too. Okay? All right, got it? Got it? Okay, thank you, my dear. Thank you, Emily. All right. So, oh my gosh, this chili is getting nice and hot. Just going to turn that down and give it a stir. And whenever I lift the lid off, I always make sure that I do it so that the liquid goes back into the pot. Oh my gosh, this smells great. And I personally don't like to add salt, but for all of you today, I'm going to add some salt. Okay? All right, I'm just going to put a little salt in there, but at home, I choose not to. But, you know, some people are into it and some people are not, and that's okay, don't judge. All right. Okay. Margarita. Margarita time. That's right. All right. So this is so easy, everybody. You're going to flip out with how easy this is. So let's start with the lime. Now, those of you that live in San Francisco, if you go to, I think it's called the Outer Sunset, there is a famous bar called Tommy's, Mexican. Have any of you ever heard of it? Well, the Tommy's Margarita was created there. And the bartender, I've never really thought much about tequila or about margaritas, but he turned me on to the idea. So we are going to create a healthy, vegan, spicy margarita inspired by Tommy. All right? Inspired by Tommy. So to get the most juice out of your lime, and a lime like this, you're going to get at least 2 tablespoons of juice. At least 2 tablespoons of juice. And so what I do is I take it like this, turn it around, pound, and then we roll it. And that is the best way to get juice out of your citrus, not through microwave. Okay? And, right? And I just remembered I need to put the cumin in my chili. Right? We got to put the cumin in there. And cumin is another wonderful anti-inflammatory spice. So we're just going to stick that in there. All right? So we're putting it in. All right? Put a little extra in. It won't hurt you. All right. Yeah, just use 4 of them into the blender. Right? Very easy. We're stirring this. Beautiful. And then you go to Trader Joe's. Oops. That's all right. You go to Trader Joe's and you see the pineapple tidbits here? The pineapple tidbits? Well, these are wonderful. The pineapple tidbits, why are you taking that one? I need that one. Okay. Do you need a, oh, okay. Here, why don't you take that one instead? Okay, thank you. And so, what we are going to do is we're opening up our pineapple tidbits, and we're just going to stick it directly into the blender. And the reason why we're not going to use ice is because that would water down our margarita. So there's 1, 2, 3, and let me open up another bag. Okay. Good, thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll get 1 more bag of pineapple here. And if you don't want to go to Trader Joe's and buy the pineapple tidbits, you can freeze your own pineapple. Easy. Very, very easily, everybody. So let me tell you about it. All right.
Why don't you tell us about it?
I will tell you about it. All right, so this is a beautiful, wonderful pineapple. You all see this beautiful pineapple here. So when you're shopping for a pineapple, the way that you know that your pineapple is ready to go is when one of the inner leaves you just pull and it comes out effortlessly. That's when you know your pineapple is ready to go. And also when you look on the bottom of your pineapple, you want to make sure that it's not moldy or black or red on the bottom. And the reason I chose pineapple for this recipe is because pineapples are full of bromelain. And bromelain is contained in the core of the pineapple. That's where it's concentrated. And the bromelain is great for our digestive system. And it's also full of vitamin C. And who doesn't like to eat pineapple? Come on. All right? That's right. Okay. Oh, my God, I'm having a hot moment. All right. And before I continue, I just wanted to pass around my list. If any of you want to sign up for my newsletter and receive free recipes, tips, and events, just feel free to sign my list. Also, I'm going to be hosting Dr. Stephen Blake in San Ramon at Bagan Restaurant. So you get a lecture about reducing the risk of Alzheimer's, plus a wonderful whole foods, plant-based, no-oil meal at Bagan on October 14th. I'll be there. I'll visit with you. I'll tell you jokes. And so will Dr. Blake. All right. Okay, great. All right. So now we're getting to the good part, right, Alicia?
Yes.
All right. So we're going on the Scoville scale. We're going up.
Okay.
All right, we're going up on the Scoville scale. Habanero.
Yeah.
Habanero. Woohoo! This part is very, very important. All right, I want you all to really listen to me, or you are going to kill yourself. All right. Now you can do it with tequila. All right, now the Reposado tequila means rested. So this is also rested in oak barrels. So you're going to get a more citrusy, more earthy flavor. And this is the one that I prefer. A lot of people that are lightweights prefer the Blanco. Lightweight. They prefer more of the Blanco tequila. So I'm going to make a pitcher with tequila and a pitcher without. Is that all right, or should I make it all virgin? All virgin? Okay. All right, so. Okay, so I'll do a picture of each. I'll do it. Is that fair? So we'll do it, and then go ahead and put 4 limes in here. All right, and so we'll do that. All right, so listen, this is important. You can only pick one. You can only pick the one with the alcohol in it or without the alcohol in it. Okay? That's what we'll do. And we'll let you know which is which. All right. So we'll put the more pineapple in there. Okay? And then you squeeze the 4 into here. Okay, Alicia? All right. So how many of you know how to muddle? How many of you know how to muddle? How many of you do not know how to muddle and want to learn today? Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, so what you do in order to muddle is we're going to take a little bit of habanero, just a little bit of the habanero pepper, like about that much. Okay, like about that much. And what happens is, right, don't let me touch myself, all right? You make sure I don't touch myself. And then we're going to take the tequila. You want to give that a stir, Emily? Thank you, dear. Yeah, with that, right. Give it a stir. Thank you. Okay. Yep. See how we're doing, and then you can get some of the tasting spoons for me. Okay. Some of the wooden. All right. Then we're going to take the wonderful tequila here, and we're going to pour it on top of the habanero. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to make this low alcohol. Okay. No, don't be nervous, everybody. It's okay. It's all right. Don't be nervous.
I think everyone's excited.
Oh, you think they're excited?
You guys excited?
Okay. And then you take like the tamper, and what we're going to do is we are going to press on it. And when doing this, we're releasing some of the habanero's wonderful essence. So we're just pressing on it. And this goes into the tequila. And then we just are going to pour it and strain it out. Okay? Then we're going to put in a little bit of agave. A little bit of agave. What?
Gotta have the sugar.
Right. So because I quadrupled the recipe, that's why we're going to put in 4 tablespoons. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to show you. Okay, I know. I'll hurry. I'm hurrying. Okay, I'm hurrying. He told me to hurry up, okay? All right. And then for the non-alcoholic one, what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little piece of the habanero in for it to blend in. And we're going to use sparkling water. Hand me the sparkling water. Thank you. Okay. We're going to put that in instead. Right?
Pineapple sparkling water?
I know. This is very exciting. I know. I'm excited, Alicia. Okay. All right. Very exciting, everybody. Okay. So I'm going to blend up the non-alcoholic one first. Okay. And then get me some tasting cups and tasting spoons. Oh, okay. in a little bit more. Thank you. All right. And so, thank you.
Can I mention something to the audience?
Yes.
Your handout says it makes one serving. Is that a typo?
No, the recipe I gave you is one serving. I'm making a big batch right now.
That makes one margarita?
The recipe I gave you is one margarita, depending on how much you want to drink. Okay? And so we've got like a beautiful, our beautiful margarita glass right here. But let me go ahead and test this, make sure everything's okay. Right, Emily? We got to make sure it's okay, right?
Can I mention something? Mm-hmm. Okay, when you're mixing in the blender, make sure, like she put in a little bit more liquid, make sure there's a hole about this big in the middle, because that means you have enough liquid in your drink.
Okay.
Otherwise it'll be too thick.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for commentary. No, sometimes I need help. All right? And so we're going to do that. I got 15 minutes. No, here, take it and give it to Jocelyn. Tell her that's the non-alcoholic one. So we only need half as many. Okay? Okay? Now, this one has the muddled habanero in it through the tequila. Okay, so this is the one with the tequila in it. This is the okay. This is the one with the tequila. And I'm going to put a little water in it because we have so many people. Or I could put a little more tequila in it. A little more water and a little more tequila. Yeah. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. You're like somebody I want to hang out with. That's right. Okay. Okay, and I didn't make it very hot because I was worried about people's heat levels in here. And so this is very mild. Yeah, go ahead. That's the one with the alcohol. Yeah, oh, we should have poured it in there. We should have poured it in there. All right. Now, for the chili, everybody, what we're going to do is we're going to add some corn. We're going to put some corn in the chili.
Look at that beautiful thing.
Oh my gosh, look at that. So we're putting in some corn, and I always use organic corn. So we're going to stir that. And what is great about this margarita is you don't feel it right away. You feel it when it gets to about right here. All right. That's right. Okay, and so, oh my God, it's spicy. Woo! I love it. All right, and we're going to feed you some wonderful chili. Yeah, so go ahead and serve the margarita first, then the chili. And so first we're going to take out the wait, is that the chili? I wasn't ready to serve the chili yet. Well, how long has it been out?
More than 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't tell her. How much did she put out? I didn't want the chili to come out yet.
Margarita's not ready yet.
All right, well, let's do the chili. I didn't want her to put it out yet. All right, so what we're going to do is just serve you the chili since she already did it. Yeah. And so normally what I do is I put some cashew sour cream on top that helps to mellow it out. Okay? And here you go. Here. Here. Oh, Jocelyn, I didn't want this to come out yet. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Here's this. Here's the cashew sour cream. And give them a little more chili. That's not enough. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's talk about dessert. Let's talk about dessert, everybody. Okay. Thank you. So I wanted to create a really fun and sexy dessert. And a lot of the truffles out there that everybody's using are full of oil. They're full of oil. So for this truffle, we're using oats. And oats are wonderful, low calorie, full of fiber, delicious. So we're putting the oats in. And next, we're going to put in some almonds. Now, you can use almond meal. You can use almond meal, almond flour, or just regular almonds. And those are going to go in next. Put those in there. Then the next wonderful thing that's going to go in is going to be some cacao powder. Yes, there's more coming. Right. Yeah, and make sure they know which one's alcoholic versus non-alcoholic. Okay. All right. So we've got some wonderful cacao powder. So you can buy this at Trader Joe's, everybody. You can buy it at Trader Joe's. So we're just going to put it in there. 2. Oh, yeah. 3. 4. All right. Now, let's talk about Scovilles. Let's be for real here. Let's talk about Scovilles. So, you've had habanero, you've had jalapeno, you've had green chili. Are you ready for one of the top on the Scoville chart, the scorpion pepper from Trinidad? Okay. Are you ready? Okay. So the scorpion pepper comes from Trinidad, and it is one of the top. It's hotter than the ghost pepper. All right? Yeah, it's hotter than the ghost pepper. And so what we're going to do is I bought this because it's really hard to just find the scorpion pepper just by itself. What I've done is I've bought it in salt, in some sea salt. So I'm going to double this batch. And then if you like to have a little bit of extra salt in it to kind of create, want to open that for me? Sure. To kind of create a little bit of texture, you can put in some coarse grained sea salt. And we're just going to put a little bit in there. A little bit of the coarse grained sea salt. Yeah. Just to give it a little bit of extra crunch. And when you're using the food processor, everybody, what you do is you always do the dry ingredients first. Dry ingredients first. Okay, and see how we're breaking that down? We're just breaking it down. All right. Okay, now we're ready to add our dates. But instead of just regular dates, I like using date paste. And you can go to a Middle Eastern store, and I know there must be some in San Francisco, and you can buy date paste, or you can make it yourself. You just take a cup of dates with 1/4 of a cup of water, blend it in the blender, and you've got a wonderful paste. Because sugar, well, you don't want to use sugar. A lot of it's made with genetically modified beets and processed with animal bones and charcoal. So this is much more sexy and exciting. So we're going to take our beautiful date paste, and it's not that expensive. And we're going to stick our date paste in here to break it down. Okay, there you go. And what I do is I break it down into little balls. I just want to make sure my list is still circulating, everybody. Okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, serve the drinks. Okay. And when you buy the date paste, it always comes wrapped in plastic as well. Okay.
How you feeling? Are you okay?
I'm doing okay. I'm hot though.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Alicia, fan me. I need
I'm a fan girl.
Yeah, you got to be my fan.
Fan girl.
There
you go.
Thank you. All right. So we're breaking down the dates. We're almost there, everybody. We're breaking down the dates. You can see. Let me see if I can hold this under the mirror for you. We've broken the dates down so it looks all powdery. Do you all see that? Okay. Now, a lot of vegan chefs out there are just using nuts and dates. But that increases the fat quality, right? The fat content. So that's why I'm using oats. And get ready for this, bean-tastic black beans in our truffle. Hello. That's right, I know. See, they get so excited over everything, Alicia. That's right. So we're going to put... I know. That's right. So we're putting these beautiful black beans, and I'm just gonna put them all in here so I don't have to take them back with me, right? When can I move in? All right. Well, actually, I am available for private classes and events, and we're just going to use a little bit of unsalted almond butter. I doubled the recipe, so I'm just going to put, yeah, just a little bit. All right, this is going to really thrill you. Okay, she's already thrilled, and she hasn't even tried it. All right, she gets thrilled easily, Alicia. Isn't that exciting? Okay, go ahead. Okay. So if it is a little too dry, you can add just a little bit more water. Okay. I could put some tequila in here too. All right. Okay. And we're just processing this. Look at that. Oh my gosh, Alicia, I know. Oh my gosh, this is exciting, everybody. And then you want to be able, Alicia, come over here, hun. So we take the bowl, and we're just going to go ahead and, yeah, we got the scoopers. Okay, let me taste this. This is wonderful. Alicia, let's get this off, and then we'll stick it in the bowl, and we'll...
Okay. Do you want me to tell Jocelyn to do this?
Yeah, get the balls ready. The balls need to go out now. Okay? No, Alicia, here, stick it in here, because we have to massage it first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to have her do it.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and stick it in. All right. So one of the things you want to make sure is that, because we have a bunch of balls pre-made in the fridge. Okay? Yeah. Yep, all they need to do is go in the thing. Ooh, my glove. Yeah. So you want to make sure that for the balls, everybody, that for the balls, that when you press it together, when you press it together, you get like, well, my hands are clean. I'll just show you. You press it like this, and then you're able to get like a nice gooey ball. And I like to refrigerate them. You know, that's what I like to do, and just give it a good, you know, cold balls, chilled balls, why not? Okay, and then these are a wonderful, healthy, delicious treat. Now I have a few minutes left. Does anybody have a question? Yes? Yeah, just use some extra oats. Instead of the almond meal, use some extra oats. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. Yeah, to do that. Yes. Anybody else have any other questions? Yes. What's that? The chili is good, isn't that nice? And I think that you could feed it to an omnivore friend, and they wouldn't miss the meat, right? Yes.
I'm really fascinated by you putting in the black beans as part of the truffle, and I'm wondering, is there something special about black beans versus?
Well, a lot of my recipes come when I'm meditating, and it just came in my head one day. I swear to God, it just came in my head one day because I was like, how can I create kind of a low glycemic, low fat, exciting, sexy truffle? And I love beans, and it just kind of came in there. So it's because we're using less nuts, we're still increasing the protein and the fiber, and it's making it fudgy. Because a truffle, you all want your truffles to be fudgy, right, everybody? Yeah, exactly. And yes, thank you. And we have the balls ready. They're in the refrigerator. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. And so we are going to get those ready for you. Hi. Here's another one.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Hi, Shine.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why did you have to beat and roll the lime to get the most juice out of it?
Okay, because that's how you bring the most juice to the surface of the lime. Yes, that's the best way to get the juice out.
For a lemon that's not needed?
Yeah, the same thing for a lemon too. Right, is that you take it, you do it on each side, you roll it, and that's going to get the most juice out of everything. One last question. Yes?
Can you repeat how you make the date paste?
So to make the date paste, you're going to take a cup of dates with about 1/4 of a cup of water. You blend it in the blender. And what I do is I like to put it in like a little Tupperware, or I like to put it in some saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator. And that's the best way. Now, the reason why we had to add a little bit of water is because not all dates are created equal. The moistest dates are going to be the medjool, the driest are going to be the deglets. Make sure, even if it says pitted, that you double check to make sure the pits are out. And also, if your date is black on the inside, throw it out. It's no longer good. Well, I'm so grateful to be able to be here with all of you. I'm so grateful to, for Arlen, who, how many years have you been volunteering here, Arlen?
Black dates matter.
Black dates matter. That's right. That's right. And yes, and so thank you all. I will be here at the festival circulating. Thank you. Yes, and if any of you, I will send you my newsletter.